Hello everyone, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. So we are glad to present a crucial topic to us today, and we are glad to have you here. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more impactful content. So today we'll be discussing building social capital, the power of service and relationships. So my name is Fam Charity Ugu. So today I'll be the presenter for this topic. So the key highlights from what we'll be discussing was gotten from Ms. Hassan to Adegbite from a conference I attended. So as a person of value, I deemed it right to share my experience, to share my learnings with students and young professionals out there, because it's really crucial in this current day in our dispensation. Is important this topic is shared widely for people to really benefit from it and become relevant, right? So we'll be moving right into it. So why not grab your seats, your pen and your jotter to gain so much value, because I'm sure at the end of this training you would really be happy that you followed through. All right, stay tuned. So welcome back everybody, and before I start, I would like to highlight this disclaimer that this presentation was strictly gotten from one of the speakers, Ms. Hassan to Adegbite, at the JPI International Conference. JPI stands for Jimmy Pajor International Youth Conference, that they just concluded one in 2025. And the purpose of this presentation was to encourage students, or is to encourage students and young professionals on the need to build their social capital and leverage the power of service and relationship in order to become relevant. Okay, so today's focus will be the power of service and relationships. So now I want us to have this in mind before we go through it. The theme of the presentation will be talking about volunteering, networking, service, capacity building and trust. Trust me, this theme are very, very important for us to be relevant, for you to be relevant as a youth, as a student, or as a young person. They are very key, right? So listen as we share. Then the power of volunteering. Young students, they would always want to ask, how do I volunteer? What is volunteering? What do I stand to gain? Before I go in, I must just tell us that volunteering, it pays to volunteer. It pays. A lot of people have benefited just by giving out their time, their resources and their services to causes that contribute to the growing of different organizations or whatever platform as the case may be. So what is volunteering? Volunteering is an act of offering your time, skills or services in order to help or to contribute to a cause without expecting any financial compensation, right? Somebody will shout, how can I be working and I don't tend to gain anything from that? That's a total waste of time. No, volunteering, it's yourself, your service, your time and effort. You are intentional about it. That's what is volunteering. So it takes place in various settings, right? As a health professional, you'll be looking forward to volunteering in healthcare. There's also different settings like education, community development and humanitarian aid, right? So we can volunteer. So I want us to drive this point home that volunteering has the ability or the tendency to create opportunities that are not always advertised. Yes, so with volunteering you gain access. You gain access with volunteering. You build reputable connections. You build reputable connections and you grow, because the truth is nothing in life comes by chance. It must be deliberate and intentional. There's a place I saw, they said life is deliberate, and there are no truer words. Life is deliberate. So in volunteering it's like that. You have to show up, you have to come up to tell yourself that yes, I want to give myself into a particular cause, right? Because we are all part of a community, we are all part of a system, right? So the next question you should be asking yourself is, what problem must I solve? Because I don't think there's any of us that don't have potential. Everybody has potential to become something or to offer something, irrespective of where you are, your social stand, or whatever the case may be, your social cultural background. You have something to offer to us, our society, right? To the community that you belong to, you have something to offer. So serve with value, not self-interest. If you remember when I was trying to define volunteering, is that you give in your time, your effort, your services without expecting any financial compensation. So you serve with value without expecting anything in return. So never start with gratification, because some persons, they will be like, okay, we have been called to serve. Okay, what do we stand to gain? If you have been asking that question, please, it's high time you stop. Because once you see a cause that you have interest in and you want to contribute, remove that self-interest. Don't focus on the gratification. What do I stand to gain? In the youth of our time, we always want to attach something. What do I gain? What do I gain? But it's not always like that, right? So you focus on the impact instead. You focus on the impact. It's very key, because when you focus on the impact, that way you get a true meaning of the cost of your volunteering. You never can tell, right? So volunteering is deliberate and intentional. Don't focus on the gratification. So now the speaker, Miss Hassantu Adegbite, shared her journey in service. She started as a secretary in committee, and then along the line she gained expertise in documentations and attended a women in business conference inspired by leaders. Just like I was able to attend this conference, I was really inspired by lots of top tiers leaders. Okay, so which is why I'm also sharing it, because I can't keep all this knowledge to myself, right? So, and she has served for 15 years, was later recommended for opportunity. You can imagine somebody in service for 15 years, and today she's sharing her testimony of how her commitment have been opening doors for her, So during the time of service, I'm sure she will be like, what do I start to like? I'm sure that she don't. How do I put it? I'm sure that she doesn't know that someday in her life that many doors will be open as a result of her commitment. So, and today she's sharing her stories, inspiring people to always dream big, to always commit themselves to a cause, because in the end there's a gain, right? So she's assuring us based on her story that it pays to volunteer. Now we will be talking about the power of service and networking. If you look at our current day realities, opportunity comes through recommendations, right? Not just application. Don't get me wrong, you can apply for opportunities and you get it at once. Good luck for you. But most of the opportunities you see today comes through recommendation, because no organization would want to commit a serious cost to someone that is not competent, somebody that is not reliable, somebody that is not responsible. So imagine, during the course of, I would share what happened during the course of our stay in the conference. Somebody was gifted about 4 million naira, okay, and the selection process was from the number of persons that have been committed to volunteering, that have served in one way or the other. The rest were asked to go back to their seats, because they believe that it's not easy to serve. It takes, in fact, it takes a lot to serve. So they see it as a medium to really compensate them. And that could be you, that could be me, right? So what am I trying to say? Opportunities, they come through recommendations. Somebody, it's possible that there will be a job opening, right? But imagine where you are serving, and they've watched you, and they have seen your commitment over time. They'll be able to say, you see that my person over there, oh, she's competent, I believe she will deliver. She knows what she's doing, so I think we should recommend her for the job. I think we should recommend him for this. I think we should recommend that lady for that. So opportunities come through recommendation, and it comes from the power of service and networking. So visibility matters, yes, because most of the opportunities now, they are not advertised, like I mentioned earlier. So it's important you show up, and show up strong, be committed, right? Because one day how did I used to say it, one day it will click for you. So the next is build credibility and be known for excellence, right? Be so good at what you do that you can't be ignored, said by one of the top leaders. I've forgotten the name now. So build credibility and be known for excellence, and it comes by, it's not something that that happens overnight, right? It takes time, process, systems. So these things create credibility. What do people know you for? What are you known for? How are you showing up in the lives of people, the people you love, everyone around you? What do they think of you? Do you have their trust? Are you reliable? Are you competent? All these things are things that would speak for you in the nearest future that you can't even imagine, right? So it's good we become intentional, and then maintain high standards and structure service. So it's important, wherever you have chosen to show up, please show up your best. Don't be doing it because, oh, they said volunteering is good, you just go there and not even do anything. So if I had known this earlier in time, I would not reject some of the offers I got, because I showed up as a volunteer, but I was running away from taking any roles because I felt like, oh, it's going to take away my time and everything. I'm glad I got to know later in life. Okay, so if you have the opportunity to lead any position, please do so. Please do so, because that position will create a ripple effect in the lives of the people that you are leading, and it will come back. The reward will always come back, because people will know you for that oh, when so and so was in that position, she did extremely well. Oh, I think he or she is fit for the job. I'm sure he or she will deliver. So that's that. Then we move to the next. So building your capacity. No one starts fully equipped, right? That is the truth. No one starts fully equipped. You maybe you are thinking, oh, I don't know where to start. Oh, I think I'm not good enough. Oh, how do I get this opportunity? Oh, how do I know where to? No, everybody in one way or the other, those people we admire today, at some point in their life, they had these questions too, but they still how do I put it now, they were still intentional about finding their true self, right? So no one starts fully equipped. They were committed, so you too can be committed. I too can be committed to the growth process. Growth doesn't happen overnight, like I do say. it takes process. So you have to, don't get tired of aspiring, don't get tired of thinking about growth. As you are thinking, you are acting, right? So you are acting and trusting the process. So the next point is live prepared. Yes, it's important. Opportunities comes by in fact it comes at the way that they should say it. Opportunity comes but once, right? There are some opportunities that if you lose, you've lost it for life. Okay, except by God's grace you'll be able to have such opportunities again. So live prepared. This is one thing I've told myself, that I would continually, try my best. It's not by power, right? It's not by minds. It's God that gives us the grace to. So live prepared. Everything you know that you need to get ready as a student, please start doing it. Okay, now some persons would want to study abroad. I start asking the questions. What are the things that are needed of me to start doing? Don't be scared to ask questions, right? What are those things that I need to put in check? Then you start doing it. Okay, one of the criteria, you have to serve your communities. You have to find a problem. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you think that you have to get ready and make everything perfect before you start. No. Like I said in the first point, no one starts fully equipped. You need to start from somewhere. And trust me, growth happens over time. Clarity comes with growth. As you are growing, you are seeing, you are discovering yourself, and it's even good as a student, now try out opportunities, try out a lot of good opportunities. Don't get me wrong, good opportunities. Don't run away, come out and lead. Take active control of whatever cause that interests you. So in the end, you'll be able to find a place. Oh, I think I love this aspect. It comes with time. You don't sit and fold your hands and wait for, okay, maybe when I finish school, that is when I will now know where to start. I will now position myself. Oh, maybe when I start working in that so organization, maybe that's when I will now start planning. No, start now. The best time is now. So always have it at the back of your mind. I highlighted it in red because it's important. Live prepared. You need, as someone aspiring to study abroad, you need there are certain things that you need to do. You need to start taking active engagement in community development, in volunteering, in research writing, a lot of things. I've heard it over and over. It's all over the internet, things that you need to start doing. So live prepared. Is really, really important. Live prepared, right? So opportunities favor those that are ready. Imagine that all those people that they called out to give monetary rewards, imagine that all of them were serving in one capacity or the other, all of them would have gotten it. But because they had to fish out those people that are just not doing anything and favor the ones that are doing. So start asking yourself today, what are the things that I will start doing and that will take me to the place that I want to be? It is okay, it is fine if you don't have those clarity yet of where you want to. So long as you are in the right position and you're trusting God for your success, don't worry, it gets better over time. But don't be idle. Look for something to start doing. From there you click, right? I've really dwelled on this so much. So let's move to the next point. Service leads to recommendation. I have said this over and over again. So people that trust you will recommend you for opportunities, right? It's just like somebody coming to meet, just going. I saw a post on LinkedIn where somebody somebody posted that, how can you come and meet me for a recommendation where I don't know you, I've not seen you before? What do you want me to say? That's the honest truth. She doesn't have anything to say, because when it comes to recommendation, you have to state the things that you know about the person. How has the person been leading? What can you vouch for the person, right? So service leads to recommendation. So start serving today. Then some doors through relationship opens through relationship and not money. And that is true. If you have been following up, I've been saying it I've been saying it in one way or the other. So money is not everything when it comes to opportunities, creating opportunities or opening doors. Money is not everything, but relationship is key. So don't burn bridges at all. Don't burn bridges. Don't take anyone for granted. You don't know what will happen to you. You don't know whether that bridge that you've burnt is the one that you will need to cross to the other side tomorrow. So as a student and young professionals, please be intentional about how you show up in people's life. Forgive, live, build, and try to create a healthy environment. Try to let people know your true self. Don't be corny. Don't live like I don't know, don't try to show up in some kind way and then show up in the other way. No, don't live that kind of life. Let people know you for your value, for your worth, for your integrity, for what you stand for, because these things will really make sense in the future, right? So everything is not about money. It's not about money. So true relationship, healthy and a good relationship, some doors opens just like that, and you think it's magic. No, it's not magic. It's not rocket science, right? So now, understanding stakeholders and managing relationship. Now, I want us to pay close attention to this. There are different categories of people in your life which you should pay close attention to. Now we have those that are ahead of you. What do? You jealous, or you start envying them, or you start talking about them? No. So what you need to do is to learn from them, right? Learn from them. Those people that have gone ahead of you. Oh, what has this person been doing? Let's say you don't have access to this person. Follow through. This person, do they have books? This person, how have the person been posting? If it's on socials, be following the person. How as well, especially those people that are doing what you intend to do in the future, which is why it's important, because whatever you are dreaming of, there's someone somewhere that have done something similar, right? So you look from those that have gone ahead and learn from them. What do you stand to achieve from them, right? So even though it doesn't, sometimes life is so funny, it can even happen from your peers, right? As a student, you see some your peers, like what you want to do, the other person is doing it and is doing it well. Do you envy that person? No, you learn from them. Mr. A, how have you been doing this? I have the same aspiration as you. How do I position myself to start becoming this kind of person? I really have interest. I don't mind learning from you. Please feel free to teach me. I'm teachable. Please show me how you've been able to achieve all this in such a short time, right? So you learn. Don't envy anybody. If they tell you the process that it takes them to get to that place, you will know that it's hard work. So you learn, right? Then the next is those on your level. The first category, those ahead of you. What do? You learn from them. The second category, those on your level. So what do? So as a student now, what do? You collaborate with your peers. You look for those people that share like minds, that you have like minds with, that share similar or same purpose with you. Collaborate with them. Learn from them. Collaborate from them. You learn from those that are ahead of you. Those in your level, you collaborate. Don't just have a group where every time is gossip. Don't have a group that every time is to talk about those people that are trying to find their way through life. Don't just have a friends that you just go out clubbing, partying, doing a lot of things that doesn't add any value to you. Even as a young professional, okay, a young graduate, how do you become relevant? Those in your level, oh, I have interest in this. How do we collaborate to start thinking about bringing things to fruition? So you collaborate. Don't waste time. Time is precious. Is what I tell myself always. Time is precious. So those on your level, collaborate with them, work with them. right? Share common goals together and shared meaning. So those behind you, what do you do to them? You guide them and mentor them, right? So this would be for those in the higher level and the young graduates and every young person out there. So because you've been experienced in a way, there's something that usually happens in my school, then in School of Pharmacy. um you see that once we have a new session, you see that new students are coming in. What we do is that we go to them, guide them, and teach them, probably get them familiar with all those courses that we feel that are quite challenging. Okay, those in the spiritual body, they make sure that they catch them young into fellowshipping with God and with their peers and learning. So these are the things they do to guide those ones that are just coming, that don't know about the environment, to guide them. So in terms of people that are already young graduates and young person, what do you do is to also mentor people. I'm sure there are people that that are standing academically, are standing. So people would be coming to you, oh please, how were you able to scale through pharmacy school with a first class? Oh, how are you able to gather all these experiences? Because I'm not seeing the time. How are you able to do that? You mentor them. Don't run away from people as a young graduate. Don't run away from responsibilities. Don't say, oh, it doesn't concern me, right? It doesn't concern me. Oh, please, they should settle themselves. No, don't have that kind of mindset. Anybody that comes close to you, guide the person, mentor the person. If it's in academic, oh, guide the person. No, be intentional about showing up in their life, because in the end, that's what truly matters. That's true fulfillment, the impact that you have in the life of people, in the lives of people, right? So that way it will create a ripple effect. When that person applies whatever that he or she was able to get from you, the person will apply it in the lives of other people too when he or she gets to your stage. So another thing is identify credible stakeholders and nurture relationship strategically. So the three categories of people in your life is those ahead of you, you learn from them; those on your level, collaborate with them; those behind you, guide and mentor them. So it's important, just identify credible stakeholders and nurture your relationships strategically. Please don't burn bridges. Don't take anyone for granted. Respect people, forgive, and build healthy boundaries. That way you are on a road to fulfillment, because when you create this healthy environment, you can thrive and do very well in life, right? So now, leveraging volunteering for access. So your professional skills can open doors, yes. So you have to volunteer with credibility. Yeah, for example, you are into history, you are into what's it called, medicine, medicals or health sciences, you are into law, or you are a law student or a law professional, or different thing, I don't know how they call them, but you you have to volunteer with credibility. There's no point that you are in what's it called, you're a law student and you are volunteering for health outreach. It's good, don't get me wrong, but when you find your niche, you build there. It's very important. So because you have the mind that whatever professional skills that you have built for yourself, you can open doors for you. So you have to build credibility around that niche. So another thing is to join reputable platform for networking and visibility. Yeah. So you search for network for net or you search for opportunities to volunteer. So let me share a quick story. when I heard about personal development and professional development, I took it personal. I started looking for opportunities. I had to browse. Thank God for good friends around that told me about these things, because I didn't know about them. Right? I was just focused on reading, 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 not knowing that it's not just by certificates. There are other things that you need to really, really excel and balance your work too, your work life, and impact, right? So I intentionally browse for organizations that need volunteers. Thank God for platform like LinkedIn, where you can see opportunity to volunteer. I think LinkedIn is active compared to other platform out there, and it has a credible, at least you can vouch for their credibility, right? So LinkedIn is also a good place where you look for platform to network and build. And also, once you've secured this, I would like to mention that when it comes to volunteering, it doesn't have it doesn't age is not a factor, right? Age is not a factor. At least 18 to 35 years to 40 years, you can still volunteer and become relevant in your space, right? So you look for the organization that is in line with what you want. If you're a health professional, you look for health professionals or health organizations that are focused on that aspect, and then you build from there. So once you've been able to get a place for yourself, be consistent, right? Don't be that type of student or young professional that will just be harnessing opportunities. At the end of the day, you struggle to commit yourself to even one. Today you are here, tomorrow you are, next tomorrow in fact you are. That's one thing I learned lately, before we moved into this year. I intentionally denied some opportunities because I don't want to be having so much to do with little impact. No, even though it's one or two or three you have, and you are consistent with it, it will still pave way for you. Don't have a lot on your table that in fact even to focus is difficult. And as a student too, if you have so much to do, you will not be able to concentrate in your studies, and your studies should be your primary assignment. Every other thing is secondary. So you shouldn't be busy with your extracurricular activities, meanwhile your academics is suffering. No, you should be able to balance them up. Okay, this is I'm already committed to my studies, so I just need one of this experience to just be building me to be able to um team up with people, to be able to work in a team, to see how I can work in a team, or be given a task to see how I can deliver that, or to be able to, so you have a purpose why you are doing that, and don't allow anyone to suffer. You don't face school activities alone and you don't have any experience, right? It's very important, very, very important. I was having an interview one time for a public health role intern. So they asked a question: what have you been doing? You are a health professional. What have you been doing to your communities, or how have you been engaging your communities? So if you're a student, if you're a health student and you've not been involved in outreaches, screenings and all those things, mind you, you'll be asked in the future. So look for opportunities and just have that experience. See how it is done. Even though you're not the one that did it at the end of the day, you learn, right? So be committed. I'm sure I'm really, really buttressing on this point. Consistency and commitment. If you're not committed, you are not gaining anything, you are wasting time. So be consistent, committed, and valuable in all you do. Don't be known for that person that always brings problem in the team. Don't be known for that person that always, it's good to sometimes you argue your point, but don't make it a habit where you are the one that is always causing problem, hazard. You are the one that is always making things difficult for other people. No, add value wherever you go. Add value. Say to yourself that today, every room that I enter, I won't leave it that same way, in the positive direction. So you leave it better than you met it. If they give you task, you try your best. Try your best to do it. Try your best to improve it the way it is before. Just like the time I was in my house fellowship in school, then they were teaching us about this, that let's say somebody gave you somebody gave you a textbook to read, and you discover that a page is almost tearing apart. So what would you do? Would you just take it back to the person that way? No, you look for a way to mend it, like to use whatever it is to make it better, to look better than the way that the owner gave to you. I don't know if I'm making sense. So you make sure that before returning that textbook, you fixed that particular this thing you've seen. That way, the person, when you give it to the person says, oh, it's true, thank you so much, I've been meaning to stitch it up, I've been meaning to use super glue to really glue the thing up, but thank you for doing it, oh, I really appreciate. Tell me, tomorrow when you go to ask for that same thing, the person would be happy to give it to you now. This person, he handles things very well, I trust him. Or you're a medical student, you borrow your lab coat and somebody else's lab coat, and after using it you couldn't even wash it. You take it that way to the person. The person will collect it and the person will be happy and will not say anything, but in deep down the person is sad that this person did not even say he or she should even wash this lab coat and bring it. They just brought it that way. No. So you should be able to treat people's stuff, people's trust in you or whatever, treat it in like have a value for everything that you do. Once you do those things, you gain trust in the lives of people and everyone around you. So be a person of value from today. If you've not been, be a person of value. Right, so the next is building trust and long-term relationship. Yeah, so your name should stand for credibility, not controversy. This is one thing I do. I am not perfect, right? So most of the time I try to reach out to my close friends, my close friends, and I try to make sure that we are in line. Okay, I don't know, but this is something I just do, reaching out to them to know if I'm acting well or I'm acting out. It's not that I'm seeking people's validation, no, but you are my friend. For me to have called you my friend, that means I have trusted you to some extent. I'm talking about close pals now. So you should be able to tell me when I'm doing well, when I'm not doing well, when I've offended you, and that way I'm building something for myself. I'm sure that yes, we are together. If I've impacted in you, oh fine. If I have not, tell me where to improve. That way you are building yourself. It's not validation or creating validation. You are building yourself. You are building yourself, and you are building yourself based on constructive criticism. Let's say your friend now tell you that, oh, it's true, but you've been talking so much lately, I don't know what happened, like a lot of things. The person can say, I don't like the way you treat people, the way you insult people, I don't like it, I think you have to change. Because people may not have the opportunity to tell you, because they'll be thinking that you may not take it lightly. But when you seek for their advice, in all sincerity, they'll be able to tell you that I think you are doing well, but I think that you have to improve in the way you keep yourself. You are not organized. You leave things carelessly. Why are you doing that? So I've been meaning to tell you, but I don't know how you will see it. You will go back and you'll be sad, but inside of you, you are something have changed inside you. Constructively. So before doing this, let me point out, you must be ready, emotionally stable to accept constructive criticism. Not everybody can accept it. So but if you are a person that admires growth, you will be able to. It's something you should have, because even in work setting, I have written content before and I sent it out, it was rejected, and in fact I felt like crying. because I gave in so much to it. But and in the end I said, after all, it's me that wants to grow, right? So I should be able to accept it and walk over it again. Do you think my life will remain the same? No. I'll be able to point out, see my mistakes and become better, right? So these are the things that helps. Your name should stand for credibility, not controversy. People should not know you for different things. This one, he used to bully students. Forget that one. Or this one, this person used to borrow money. He doesn't pay. He will tell you he pay, he will not pay. This person, she gossips a lot. This person, he's not straightforward. He's too corny. I can't even trust him for anything. This one is gatekeeping. He doesn't. No, they should not know you for that. So credibility starts from your inner circle. Your inner circle, those people that you hold, that you are kind of accountable to. They are the ones that will tell you the truth, and that way you are building yourself. And from your inner circle, it will now come out to the rest of the persons around you, to the rest of your friends and other relationship you have, right? So relationships are investment, not transaction. They are investment. How are you building your relationship with people? It's important, because the relationships you have today, like my Nigerian friends will say, they are your connections for your children tomorrow. So how are you building? How are you nurturing that relationship? Are you burning the bridge already? How committed are you? How intentional are you? These things are really important. So don't see it as transaction. Don't be friends with benefit. After all, I know they gain anything. This is a pidgin English, I'm sorry. So we said, after all, I'm not gaining anything from this person. So why will I commit? So it's that kind of mindset is not good, right? So you build a relationship because you are not seeing now, you are seeing the future. That will tell you that it's not everybody that will be your friend. It's not everybody that will be your friend. So you value quality over quantity. If you have an inner circle that just few friends that you nurture, that you are intentional about, those people can they can turn things around in the future, not just for you, for your children, right? So you shouldn't add benefits to anything, to your friendship. No, it's not transaction. So you embrace diversity, different perspective. This is one of the things that affects relationship today, because like from the topic, you can read it, building trust and long-term relationships. Some relationships don't thrive because of how people have perceived it to be, because of how our mindsets are driving us, right? So I want us to start seeing people that we are all imperfect, right? There's one thing I do tell my friend that time when I was in year 1. I said, I don't expect from people, because that way it has helped me to live with and thrive with different kinds of persons that I have met in my life, because we are all different. Even biology stated it that different environments and the upbringing, every other factor affects us, right? So you have to accept people the way they are over time. If that relationship is meant to thrive, definitely things will be better, right? So you embrace diversity. Some persons will be, I am Igbo, I don't have anything to do with anybody that is from the north. I am from this, so I'm from the west, I don't have anything to do with the south. I am from north, I don't have anything to do with the east. No. Or you bring cultural bias in it, or you bring, no, I'm only friends with people that, even for those of us that are Christian, the Bible mentions that if we only love those that love us, how do we expect to receive blessings? No. So you embrace people, embrace them, see them. Some persons, they don't like to associate with some kind of people. No. If you want to be a person of influence, if you want to be somebody of relevance, you need to embrace diversity. That way you respect them, you respect their value, you respect their perspective. How do you address people when they say things to you? Do you just listen to reply at once, or you listen to learn? See things from different perspectives. Maybe I may be saying it that it is 6, the other person is saying it that it is 9. We're all correct. It depends on the point where I'm coming from, depending from the point you two are coming from. So these are the little things that matters. When you embrace people, you know that this person is not perfect. This person is not infallible. So for this thing to thrive, I must let some certain things to go. I must let it go. This person is good, but there are people that surprises me. There are sometimes that you hear things like, this person has been good though, but just this thing that she did or that he did has offed me. In fact, I'm not going to have anything to do with him or her again. No, that's not how life should be, right? So you embrace diversity, embrace different perspective, add value to everyone, right? So now be a connector. That's one important thing today. Be a connector. Like I mentioned earlier, irrespective of who you are, don't say, I'm still small, I don't even know about these things, so thank God when I get there I will cross. When I do this, when I get to the bridge I will cross it. No, even as you are, from where you are now, as a student, young professionals, young graduates, young person, anything young, you have something to offer. You're a connector. So it's a knowing. So be a connector. Help others grow while you grow. Don't gatekeep. Once you see a particular thing that is helpful to you, don't hesitate to share. Sometimes by sharing, you'll be able to see another perspectives of what you've been thinking that you know all the while. Right? So don't have that mindset of let me just know it. During our school days, you see some people, they have all the knowledge, but they don't want to share because this person will come and pass me. No. When you share, you know more. When you teach, when you help others to grow, you grow too. Right? Like I'm sharing with you people now, I know that these are the things that I got from the message, but I've been thinking, I think there's some persons that need this, even though I've never tried doing this kind of thing except this year. I think this is the second or third time I'll be presenting. This is me learning my presentation skills. So you tell me at the end of the day, how was my presentation? So this is me growing. Aside that I'm sharing the value I got, and I am also growing. I am committed to it. So it may not be fluent, it may not be all that nice and sounding tush, but I know that I'm getting there and I'm learning. That's what is most important. So I am helping us grow. Why me too? I will grow. Why me too? I'm growing, right? So please be a connector. Be a connector. Help others grow, right? So now, call to action. Yeah, we will not finish this meeting without a call to action, right? So first off, you identify the problem you can solve, right? Identify the problem you can solve. There are some of us that have that vision earlier in life, and we keep progressing and working towards. There are some of us that are clueless, very very clueless. They don't even know. In fact, when I said that I was passionate about pharmacy, when I came I was like, so where do I now focus? Where will I focus? So that's another story for another day. So identify the problem you can solve. Serve effortlessly, serve selflessly, and build credibility. So these are the things I'll be leaving you with. Identify the problem you can solve, serve selflessly, and build credibility. Leverage networking for career growth. When you have any opportunity, I heard there's a conference upcoming, please register. I heard there's a speaker coming to talk to us on a particular topic, please go. I heard that they are doing training, they are carrying out training for first aid and whatever, please go. Build yourself. Build yourself. Oh, there's a volunteer role for anybody interested for this 2-day training. Please volunteer. So volunteer strategically to access opportunities. Like I said, don't go and volunteer in a place. Let's say you are an art student, you are volunteering for another thing that is not really related to you. You are volunteering for a health mission. It's good you just see the knowledge, but there are other places you could be very relevant. You could be relevant, right? So you volunteer strategically to access opportunities. You also invest in your relationships. Think long term. I should have highlighted this in red. Think long term. Some of us have lost our relationship because we are not seeing anything. Like, this person is a waste of time. I'm not committed to this thing at all. I don't think this person has this. No. Invest in them. Invest in your relationship. Some people think that they want to have everything figured out before they can support people. No. As a student, you can support. You go to your shopping mall. What do they call it now? Your what is canteen. You see your classmates, there. You can even offer, please take water. You buy for the person, you buy for yourself. The person complains, I'm trying to reach out to somebody, I don't have a time. Okay, share, let me share with you some. Oh, that is the thing that matters. Oh, I am hungry. Oh, I've not eaten. Oh. Really? Come now, I prepare something. Don't have that mindset that you are doing those things for nothing. No. Build, help others grow. Be a connector. You can help anybody. So that's the call to action. Identify the problems you can solve, serve selflessly, and build credibility. Leverage your networking for career growth. Volunteer strategically to access opportunities. Invest in relationships, and think long term. So thank you so much for joining us today, and let's continue to build, let's continue building value driven relationships. So I would like us to share our thoughts, experiences, or any questions. Let's attend it in the comment section. Attend to them in the comment section. Please don't watch this video without subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. And like I told us, we have so many speakers, and I would like to be sharing. So share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. The goal is for us to rise together to become relevant in our society. Thank you so much, and be blessed. Thank you. Bye. So before I leave, this is from Opportunity for Zikai Scholars, and we are here to bring value, and value only. We are bridging dreams and building future together. So bye.